So now hopefully I've got that bottom hot enough I can paddle it in a little bit. Just lightly press that button in. Take this wooden paddle and just make sure that bottom's flat so it'll sit on the table. That's all right. This is an interesting little bit about this piece. It looks like those little dots are maybe black or dark blue. They're actually that brilliant red. But the frequency of red is at a temperature more like 800 degrees. Above that, red in glass doesn't appear red. It comes out a different color. So when this piece cools down, the red will actually come out again. So sometimes what you're looking at isn't exactly what you're going to get when it's done. Punty. So I'm going to take one more heat. Nick's going to bring me another punty. This time he's going to make it on a little bit bigger of a rod so it's easier to hold all this weight. And he'll make the connection a little bit bigger to also help hold all this weight. Yeah, earlier you saw Nick using this wet newspaper to help shape it. It's kind of fun. It's like you can't really grab glass, but this is about as close as you can get to grabbing glass. What happens is the water in the newspaper, when it touches the glass, turns to steam, and it kind of floats in your hand. And then if you use it too long, as you saw, it starts to smoke and burn up. And that's when you want to go back and just add a little more water to it so you're not having to breathe all that smoke. But it allows you to shape the glass literally with your hand, which is fun. So you can see it's the same process. It's just a little bigger this time to help support the weight of this larger piece. Oh, and it's a little hot. If I tap it off too soon, he's so juicy there that it'll just flop on him. So we have to wait till that connection is a little bit firm. It needs to be a little bit flexible because if it's stiff and hard and I tap on the pipe, it'll break off there also. So knowing when to tap it off and when not to is, someone will say, well, how long do I wait? Well, you wait until it's ready. If it's a big piece, it's longer. If it's a small piece, it's faster. And so you're constantly having to kind of watch the glass and see what it's doing and respond to that. Okay. So this looks like he's ready. Yeah? It's getting there. This time, since I have a bigger piece, I got to get more cooling on. So I'm actually going to apply water to the neck. So I'm just letting the water drip down both sides of my tool so it makes a cold spot. Bring it up to the rail. Cracks off. That purple.
Got it?
Yeah. So now I have to heat that lip up enough that I can get it to move. But before I open it all the way, I'm going to put what's called a lip wrap on the lip of the piece. And I'm going to use a contrasting color. I have some kind of dark purple black over there. And so on that little hole where it cracked off, I'm going to cover it with a ribbon of darker colored glass. So the piece will have a colored lip to it. And you need to do that in the beginning so that you don't have to stretch it around a big vase. You just stretch it around a little hole. It's easier to get it on evenly. My hole's a little bit cold today because I didn't give it enough time to warm up. And because we're leaving the doors open so much, it keeps losing its heat. That'll be good. Would you close this when I walk away? Just because I'm never going to get it to spin out if it's that cold. I'm almost done here. No, that one's okay. No. So now I got the lip heated up a little bit. I'm going to smooth it out. And right about the time I'm done, Nick will walk over with that next bit, my lip wrap. So I even that out, and then just walk around him. It brings me this nice hot colored bit, and I'm gonna just stick it on and kind of control the diameter of that rope as it lays on. Get around, and then you can strip it off, or in this case, I'm just gonna use that last little bit to make a little transition down into the body of the piece. This part's always fun. I call this the Ray Charles technique, because you can do it with your eyes closed. It just adds a little line quality into it, and then we'll just break that off. And then reheat. Now we can actually start to open the piece. So I'm going to utilize Nick here to help me open this. I got it a little hot. As long as I turn and he applies an even pressure, back, lift. Oh, as long as I turn, stop. A little sweaty hand there. All right, let's get another heat. All right, so we got it hot again. We're just going to open it out that last bit. Back. Go ahead, get it round. All right, get out of there. All right, now we go for what we call the reheat of truth. I'm going to reheat this as hot as I dare. And we're going to spin it into a big floppy plate. Okay, close me in. Open. So I spin it real fast, and then we stop, and we let it ruffle. And then we spin it a little bit just to open up that ruffle. And that's the basics of making a handkerchief bowl, or I call it a floppy bowl. But now it's too big to go back in the glory hole, so I have to get it off and in the oven right away. So I'm going to start putting on my water. Nick's starting to put on his gloves. I got Sonny to make sure we have a space in the oven. It's always a very coordinated in. Because if I take too long doing this, it gets cold and it cracks. And it may still. There's no guarantee. One real good dot of water. Grab it. Came off. And there it goes.